condemn what you do not understand.
Requiescat in pace.
You are the leader of the assassins now. Unite them, Ezio Auditore, and take back Roma.
Insieme per la vittoria!
Vittoria agli assassini!
I have seen enough for one life. Who are we, who have been so blessed, to share our stories like this? I have lived my life as best I could, not knowing its purpose, but drawn forward like a moth to a distant moon.
Strength, Altair.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
All right, lads. I'll give you Blackbeard's honest opinion. You ask me, can this new captain promise you a life of prizes, plunder, and adventure? Aye. For amongst all the gentlemen of fortune sailing these West Indies, he ranks amongst the most clever.
The cove is ours!
Why fly a black flag when a black beard will do?
Bloody fucking pirates!
Once an assassin, now their pursuer. I must destroy those who I once called brother. I am Shay Patrick Cormac, Templar of the Colonial, of the American Right.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's stream, where we are going to be watching some Assassin's Creed. So last stream we watched first episode, second episode of Assassin's Creed 1. If anyone's new around here, I edit Assassin's Creed games into TV shows. So I play the game with the HUD off, the way I think the character would do things, not the way I want to do things, and then I film and edit it into a TV series format. And I do it because I love Assassin's Creed, but also we are building a YouTube channel. So once I'm done doing all the Assassin's Creed stuff, I'll probably move on to some other games I think that have really good stories and turn those into TV shows also. One game in particular I've always really wanted to turn into a TV show is Watch Dogs 1. The Watch Dogs 1 story is actually really good, and I've played the game many times, so I would like to turn the first game, just the first game. The second game, the story's okay, the world and the gameplay is better in the second game, but the story's not better. And then the third game, I don't even pretend it, I just pretend it doesn't exist. So the intro to the streams are just the trailers. That last trailer was the Rogue trailer, which the first episode dropped today. So if you want to start watching Rogue, you can. The first episode came out today. The second episode, I just have to finish the outro on it, and then it will be up most likely later this week. I didn't really want to do like one per week. There's going to be 8 episodes, and that's 2 months. And I don't want to wait 2 months for all the episodes to be out, so I'm going to try to do 2 a week. So a month from now, the whole season 7 will be done. And then we're going to start playing Assassin's Creed Unity to get ready to start filming Unity. And I'm actually really excited about that because Unity is definitely one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games. It's one of the last games where like you had your mentors and your master assassins and your assassin bureau, and like it was in a dense populated city. You know, it was almost OG Assassin's Creed, but but newer, if that makes sense. So tonight we're going to start watching episode 3 of Assassin's Creed 1. And so I'm going to pull it up here so I have both. No more mistakes. I make stupid mistakes all the time because I'm not a streamer. So this is all completely new to me, like multi-screen tasking and using the streaming software and the layers of stuff in the streaming software. It's all new to me, so you gotta bear with me a little bit. I make a bunch of mistakes, but that is okay for now. In a year from now, if I'm still making mistakes, you guys better be roasting me in the chat over it. Okay, so there's that episode. Let's pull it up over here. And here we go. Little dude is here. Sup, people? Sup, little dude?
Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasted.
Let's
go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
It always starts and ends in the room. For whatever reason, I ended up doing it like that.
Where's Lucy?
Oh, don't worry. She'll be with us soon enough.
So why are you doing all this, Doc? What are you hoping to accomplish?
You turned the television on lately? Read the newspaper?
Never cared much for that stuff.
Then, let me sum it up for you. The world's a mess. It's pathetic, really. You've seen it firsthand yourself. 1,000 years between you and your ancestor, and society remains just as barbaric, just as stupid.
And your point is?
Order, Mr. Miles. The world needs order. That is what we're working towards, and that is what you're helping us to achieve.
You expect me to believe you're building a better tomorrow?
That's exactly what we're doing. The human race calls out for direction. They want to know why they're here, what they're meant to do. Well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better.
Better how?
An end to all conflicts, large and small. Isn't that what you assassins strive for? Peace in all things?
I told you, I'm not an assassin.
Right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time, Mr. Miles. In time, you'll understand. Or you won't. I don't care either way, as long as you show us where it is.
Where what is?
Sorry I'm late. Ready to go?
Yes, we
I
are.
have to figure out something right now. You guys keep watching. I have to figure something out. For some reason.
You've done well, Altair. And I'm confident that this is but the first of many successes.
Tamir spoke as if he knew you well. He implied my work had a larger meaning.
Significance comes not from a single act, but the context within which it is performed. The consequences born of it.
Then is there more I need to know?
Altair, your greatest failure was born of knowing too much. If I choose to withhold information, it is only to ensure you do not make the same mistake a second time.
I see.
No, you don't. And it will remain this way until you've learned your lesson. Still, you have performed competently, and as such I restore a rank and will return a piece of your equipment. Go now, either to Acre or Jerusalem. There are men in both cities who require your attention. The Bureau leaders can tell you more about what needs to be done.
Okay, I'm gonna pause right there. I just realized there's a massive, so it's, for some reason, it's streaming my audio from what I'm watching, but what I'm watching is not added to the streaming software.
What they're meant to do, well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives,
but for some reason it comes through on the stream.
How? An
and
end to all conflicts,
because it is
large
not
and small.
in the streaming software.
Isn't
there
that
is
what
no
you
audio
assassins strive for? Peace
There's
in
no
all
source
things?
for it at all, but for some reason it's
I
on
told
the stream.
you, I'm not an assassin.
Right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time,
So-
Mr. Miles. In time.
So you guys can hear. This doesn't make any sense for me right now. Yeah, so there's, because of the way the streaming software works, you have to kind of, I can put a video in the streaming software, but then I can't hear it. It streams the audio. And if I turn the audio on so I can hear it as well as you guys can hear it, then it doubles up the audio. So I have to turn that off. So I have to watch a separate, like I watch the video in a video player on another screen separate from the streaming software, but then the streaming software is somehow picking up the sound from the video I'm watching and streaming the sound from the video that I have in the streaming software. And so it's, again, there's an echo, but I have no idea how it's streaming the sound of this video player, because the video player is not been added to, it has not been added to at all the streaming software. And so there's no audio mix for it, there's no source for it, but for some reason the sound of it is coming out of. So wait, let me see. If I play this,
you'll understand.
This annoys me. So yesterday I had like 13 people come in the stream yesterday. Not one of you mentioned there was an echo. Come on, people. You're not going to tell me there's something wrong with the stream? You're just going to leave? That makes me kind of angry, actually. I think someone commented it was a good stream. Did you not watch it then? Whoever that person was? Because there was an echo. There would have been an echo throughout the whole stream. Oh, so how do I... If I push play here...
I don't care either way, as long as you
that
show
comes
us where
through
it is.
on the stream.
Where what is?
Sorry I'm late.
But
Ready
it's
to go?
completely unconnected.
Yes, we are.
If I go to the advanced media, none of this shows up.
You've done well, Altair.
I'm gonna have to figure
this
this
is
out.
but the first of many successes.
Tamir spoke as if he knew you well.
I'm gonna have to figure something out here, because there's no way, there's currently no way for me to watch this without the sound being doubled up in the stream. And I have no idea why, because what I'm watching is completely separated from the streaming software. And I'm not sharing my desktop audio. The only audio I have here is from the video, the intro video, the video that's up here. This video, and then my mic audio. That's it. I'm not sharing any other audio, but for some reason the audio from this is coming out. What's up, Hamdan? I'm trying to figure out some problems here because my audio on the video keeps playing twice. I mean, I can play the video and you guys can hear it, but I can't hear it. So I'm not entirely sure how to fix this. or if I should share the video that I'm watching and the desktop audio. I haven't had this problem before. Let's see here. Yeah, it's so strange because this video is fine. You guys can hear it. I can't hear that. For some reason, it only streams the sound. It doesn't play the sound. But if I turn the sound on so I can hear, then it streams the sound twice. So then you have like a really bad reverb effect. I'm trying to figure out, like, brainstorm a way to make it work. And then the video that I watch simultaneously is not connected to the streaming at all, but for some reason it's playing the audio. Like if I push play on this video,
He implied my work had a larger meaning.
you guys can hear
Significance
that.
comes not from a single.
But it's not, I don't have it plugged into the streaming software, and I'm not sharing my desktop audio. So, and I want to be able to listen to it, because I have a lot to say about Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. But if I can't hear it, then I need to figure out how to watch it with you guys without having the audio doubled up. Let's see. I wonder if I can share a media source. Window capture. The problem with the window capture is it doesn't show up. It only shows it doesn't show the media source that I'm watching. It only shows a file explorer and the Internet Explorer. Okay, I'll cancel that. Media source. I'm already doing a media source. I just have no idea how. It actually is boggling my mind how the audio from something I'm playing on my desktop is making it into the stream when it's completely disconnected from the streaming software. Audio input. No output. Yeah, I have no other audio output other than my microphone. And the video that you guys watch, but it doesn't let me hear that. Well, I'll keep playing this video while I try to figure this out. That way you guys can watch it.
Yeah! Yeah! Go! Don't try to run, old man. There's nowhere to go. Help! I need help! No! Your head! How is this possible? You're a dead man!
Is that the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured I won't forget it.
Ah.
Okay, I think I figured it out. So, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try it. Hopefully it works. I found another option here where I can just share the display. So if I get rid of this, I'm pretty much the same place, so we won't miss anything here. I turn this on. Hopefully this works, and I can hear it and you can hear it.
Ah, Altair.
I'll check.
A little bird told me you'd be paying a visit.
Al-Mualim has ordered the execution of Garnier de Naplouse, and so here I am. What can you tell me about him?
He is the Grand Master of the Knights Hospitaller, and surely keeps his quarters in their district. Beyond that, I cannot say. I suggest you search the city. See what you can learn from the people.
Tell me where they gather and I'll see what I can find.
The public gardens north of here, or what's left of them, are as good a place as any to begin. There's an abandoned market northwest as well that merits watching. And Maria of Jehoshaphat's church to the west remains a popular meeting place. These 3 locations should be sufficient for your needs.
I appreciate the information, Rafik. It will be put to good use.
See that it is.
I love the assassin bureaus in the old game.
Soon, my friends, soon the good doctor will attend to your needs. Be patient, hold hope close. There are many in need of aid, and only one of him. He works tirelessly to serve and save, but these things take time.
Why are you sure to be killed?
Please don't.
Someone should stop them.
Mercy, mercy, don't kill me. I'll do anything you want.
You serve Garnier?
He makes me say these things to keep the people from revolting, to give them hope and make them eager for his touch.
Tell
Garnier's
me everything you can
the
about
doctor,
the man.
right?
Yes, of course. I know what happens within, what he really does.
Go on.
Not sick, not wounded when they enter, but once he's got his hands on them, then the pain begins.
He's no healer then. Just a sick, cruel man.
I don't know what it is he does to make them cry so loud, but it must be stopped before more are made to suffer. Will you stop him?
It's why you still live.
He is cautious. You must pick the proper time. Go to him when he attends to the patients. He forgets the world around him, becomes lost in his work. Yes, strike then.
I thank you for the information.
Then you'll let me go?
Would that I could.
How fares your search for Garnier?
I know when and how to strike.
Share your knowledge with me then.
He lives and works within the Order's hospital, northwest of here. Rumors speak of atrocities committed within its walls. It seems the good doctor enjoys experimenting on innocent citizens. Most of them kidnapped and brought here from Jerusalem.
Clever.
So, I remember when I was editing this part, one of the biggest criticisms that people have for the first Assassin's Creed game, and even the first several few, is they say it's really repetitive, and it is. There's a lot of, you gotta go kill a guy, well, you're gonna have to, you know, do the 3 things you gotta do to find out their location and stuff, and those things, that they are repetitive, because you have to, you know, sit on a bench and eavesdrop on a conversation, you have to pickpocket someone, and you gotta beat information out of people and stuff like that. So I tried to kind of mix it up a bit, where like one time you're eavesdropping and then you find a location, you go kill the guy, and the next one you gotta beat it out of someone and so forth and so on. And as it goes on, I think at the end of the game, because like halfway through the game you've only killed like 4 people, and then the next half of the game you kill 6, because there's 9. That equals 10, but that I'm including the mentor, I guess, in that. So I remember having to be like, okay, I can't put all the repetition stuff in the TV show. I have to edit out some of it. And that's the beauty of editing, is you don't have to put everything in there to still get the full story. So if there are repetitive moments or game loops or anything, you can just edit those right out. And that's the beauty of editing, actually, is you can, in some ways, actually improve the game, if that makes sense. Not to play, but to watch, at least. So, anyway.
Stealing his subjects from another city, he avoids arousing too much suspicion here. But back to the matter at hand. What is your plan?
Gagne keeps mainly to his quarters inside the hospital, though he leaves occasionally to inspect his patients. It's when he makes his rounds that I will strike.
It's clear you've given this some thought.
I checked the audio.
I give you leave to go. Remove this stain from Akka, Altair. Perhaps it will help cleanse your own. Rest here until you're ready to begin your mission.
I also missed the feathers. I don't remember if they brought the feathers back for Mirage. Little dude says, it was echoing yesterday, but I just ignored it. You could have told me, because then I would have fixed it, and you wouldn't have to ignore anything.
You must help me!
If there is something wrong with the stream, just say so. I don't take it as criticism, I take it as help. You're helping me.
Enough, my child. I
This
asked
is
you
actually
to
a pretty
retrieve the
crazy
patient,
scene
not
if you
to
think
kill
about
him.
it.
There. Everything will be all right.
No!
Give me your hand.
Don't touch me! Not again!
Cast out this fear, else I cannot help you.
Help me?
The
Like
poor
you
dude
helped
tries
the
to run
others?
away.
You took their souls! I saw! But not mine! No! You'll not have mine! Ah!
Take hold of yourself. Do you think this gives me pleasure? Do you think I want to hurt you? But you leave me no choice.
Every kind word matched by the back of his hand! All lies and deception! He won't be content until all bow before him!
You should not have done that. Return him to his quarters. I'll be along once I've tended to the
You
others.
can't keep me here! I'll escape again!
No, you won't. Break his legs, both of them.
So rough. He tries to run, so they just break his legs.
Have you people nothing better to do?
All the while, Altair's just lurking in the crowd.
A monster!
I've been called worse.
Move.
Get him. Nice and quiet.
Let go your burden.
I'll rest now, yes. The endless dream calls to me. But before I close my eyes, I must know what will become of my children.
You mean the people made to suffer your cruel experiments? They'll be free now to return to their homes.
Homes? What homes? The sewers? The brothels? The prisons that we dragged them from?
You took these people against their will.
Yes. What little will there was for them to have. Are you really so naive? Do you appease a crying child simply because he wails? But I want to play with fire, Father. What would you say? As you wish.
This old man's crazy.
But then you'd answer for his burns.
These are not children, but men and women full grown.
In body, perhaps, but not in mind. Which is the very damage I sought to repair. I admit, without the piece of Eden, which you stole from us, my progress was slowed. But there are herbs, mixtures, and extracts. My guards are proof of this. They were madmen before I found and freed them from the prisons of their own minds.
This dude needs a
And
feather.
with my death, madmen they will be again.
Get the feather.
You truly believe you were helping them?
It's not what I believe. It's what I know.
Yeah, feather him. See ya. I remember filming this several times to try to get like a decent fight sequence.
You can't get away from me!
Heathen! This is where you die!
I'll get you!
It's so much harder doing the counters without the HUD. Time to run. Was there smoke bombs in one? I can't remember now. If there were smoke bombs in the first one. Ugh. Fighting with the hidden blade is so badass.
What news, Altair?
Garnier is dead.
Then you should return to Masyaf with news of your victory.
There is something else.
Speak it then, or would you have me read your mind?
What do you think he wanted from these people? That he would keep them and experiment on them as he did?
Yours is not to ask, but act, Altair. It doesn't matter what he did or why. Only that he's dead.
But Garnier seemed to believe he was helping these people.
Is that what you saw?
No. What I saw was not a place of healing, but of pain.
Then why are we having this conversation?
I don't know. Forget I spoke of it.
I already have.
Have you news for me, Altair?
Garnier de Naplouse is dead.
Excellent. We could not have hoped for a more agreeable outcome.
And yet...
What is it?
The doctor insisted his work was noble. And looking back, those who were supposedly his captives seemed grateful to the man. Not all of them, but enough to make me wonder. How did he manage to turn enemy into friend?
Leaders will always find ways to make others obey them. And that is what makes them leaders. When words fail, they turn to coin. When that won't do, they resort to baser things. Bribes, threats, and other types of trickery. There are plants, Altair. Herbs from distant lands that can cause a man to take leave of his senses. So great are the pleasures it brings, men may even become enslaved by it.
You think these men were drugged then? Poisoned?
Yes, if it truly was as you describe it.
Herbs. This seems a strange method of control.
Our enemies have accused me of the same.
The promise of paradise.
They think it is a garden, overflowing with women and pleasure. That I drug you as Garnier did his men, and tempt you with its rewards.
They do not know the truth of it.
Which is how...
So here, they're actually alluding to the historic account of the Hashashin, I think is how you say that, where, because this a lot of people don't understand, the whole assassins thing is pretty, it's not fully historically accurate, but it's pretty historically accurate. For instance, Masyaf is like an actual place. There was like the tale of like the man in the mountain who would like train assassins and then drug them and then take them to like a garden and give them like food and women and everything, and then they would drug them again and then pull them out of that place, and then they thought they were like literally in a different place, and they would be given the promise of, you could go back there if you go over here and kill this politician or this prince or this bureaucrat or something for me, and then when you die you'll go back to that paradise. And so right here they're kind of alluding to that historical accuracy, where the mentor is explaining to Altair. It's not like when he drugs the recruits and takes them to paradise or something. It's the doctor was like drugging people and stuff, and it wasn't poisoning versus drugging. He tries to like differentiate between the two. It's actually a lot of some of this some of the dialogue at times might seem kind of boring or bland, but there's actually a lot of depth to the things that they're actually saying, especially when you look at the story from more of a historical perspective, because you can't it's not 100% historically accurate, obviously, but you need to always remember that Assassin's Creed stories are written using history as the base of the story and then winding in their own fictional story into that. So anyway,
it
let's
must
keep going.
be. But if they knew the truth of it, that all we seek is peace,
then they would not fear us, and we would have no hold over them. Go. It is time you continued with your work. Another rank is restored to you, as
Those
is a
flags
piece of
blowing
your
in the wind
equipment.
are pretty funny.
We'll speak again when the next has fallen.
I got more stuff. Cut to the travel montage. I think he's going to Jerusalem next. Is that where he's going? Or is he going to Acre? No, he just went there. Yeah. Here's Jerusalem. As you can see with the dome of the rock there. And the big wall. Jerusalem 1191. This time I don't sneak in with the monks. I just realized I should have run up the wall and jumped sideways. That would have been a little faster and made more sense.
What is that fool doing? When will he stop acting like a fool?
But I'm in the city. I should say Altair is in the city. As wild this game came out, what, 17 years ago? 17 years, this is that old.
Safety and peace, Malik.
Your presence here deprives
That's
me
Malik.
of both. What do you want?
Al-Muallim has asked.
Ask that you perform some menial...
So, this is actually... I always liked the interactions between Altair and Malik because it is actually a really big part of Altair's character arc. But you notice here, like, he's missing an arm because this is Malik, right? This is the guy that was in Solomon's temple with Altair in the first episode, who sacrificed his brother to get the apple and bring it back.
task in an effort to redeem yourself. So be out with it.
Tell me what you can about
He
the
lost
one
his
they call
arm, so now
Talal.
he's just a
It is
Rafik.
your duty to locate and assassinate the man, Altair, not mine.
You'd do well to assist me. His death benefits the entire land.
Do you deny his death benefits you as well?
Such things do not concern you.
Your actions very much concern me.
Then don't help me. I'll find him myself.
Points to his arm.
Wait. It won't do having you stumble about the city like a blind man. Better you know where to begin your search.
I'm listening.
I could think of 3 places. South of here in the markets that line the border between the Muslim and Jewish districts. To the north near the mosque of this district, and east in front of St. Anne's Church, close to the Babariha Gate.
Is that everything?
It's enough to get you started, and more than you deserve.
If the guard won't take action, it falls to us to do something.
What you propose is madness.
But necessary. How many more will we allow to go missing before the people take a stand?
It does not affect us.
Not yet. But if we continue to do nothing, it will.
And what do you propose?
I've watched the man. Learned everything there is to know about his operation. It's all here on a map I've made. He inspects his stock every day at the same time. This is when I'll strike.
So you have a piece of paper. It won't save you when you're discovered. Won't shield you from their swords and arrows.
If all goes well, it won't come to that. Anyway, it's a risk I'll have to take. Wish me luck, my friend.
Indeed. You'll need it.
Leave now, or I'll make you.
He's a coward. If it wasn't for the money, I'd be long gone.
You're either stupid or blind. Maybe it's both.
How can you say that?
You didn't see what happened.
I saw well enough. Our caravan was attacked, and the first thing he did was flee.
No, he didn't run.
What are you talking about?
Do you forget what became of the men who attacked us?
Felled by our archers, thanks be to God.
Not our archers, him, alone.
So you're saying he saved us?
Yes, he headed for higher ground. Used his bow to kill them.
I had no idea.
The man's a master archer. You do well to remember that.
So I'm going at Altair, I should say, is going after a guy who is an archer, a master archer.
Malik.
Come to waste more of my time?
I found Talal. I'm ready to begin my mission.
That is for me to decide.
Very
WR
well.
says, hey, you
Here's
fixed
what
the
I know.
echo. Yes,
He
I
traffics
fixed the
in human
echo.
lives, kidnapping Jerusalem citizens and selling them into slavery. His base is a warehouse located inside the Barbican, north of here. As we speak, he prepares a caravan for travel. I'll strike while he's inspecting his stock. If I can avoid his men, Talal himself should prove little challenge.
Little challenge? Listen to you. Such arrogance.
Are we finished? Are you satisfied with what I've learned?
No. But it will have to do.
One's an asshole and one's a dick. They don't get along.
Rest, prepare, cry in the corner. Do whatever it is you do before a mission.
Cry in the
Only make sure
corner?
you do it quietly.
Praise be Salahadin! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our...
yells, "Dude,
What
up in
now,
the window."
slaver?
Do not call me that. I only wish to help them, as I myself was helped.
You do no kindness imprisoning them like this.
Imprisoning them?
me!
I keep them
Save
safe,
me!
preparing them for the journey that lies ahead.
What journey? It is a life of servitude.
You know nothing. It was folly to even bring you here. To think that you might see and understand.
I understand well enough. Show yourself.
Ah, so you want to see the man who called you here?
You did not call me here. I came on my own.
Did you? Who unbarred the door? Cleared the path? Did you once raise your blade against a single man of mine, huh? No. All this I did for you. Step into the light, then, and I will grant you one final favor. Now I stand before you. What is it you desire?
Come down here. Let us settle this with honor.
Why must it always come to violence? It seems I cannot help you, for you do not wish to help yourself. And I cannot allow my work to be threatened. You leave me no choice. You must die. No more delays! Be done with him!
Yeah. It was hot, not cold, but now ready.
Kill him already!
That was actually sick, the way he moved from the long sword to the short blade.
What's wrong with you?
Up the ladder.
Keep him away from me!
Get him. I remember doing this chase a few times. Because I had to do it just right. I had to get him. So part of the story... Hold on. So part of this narrative of killing this guy is... Altair wanted to kill him in front of the public to kind of lessen his power, if that makes sense. And so I had to make sure I killed this guy like in front of a crowd of people when I was recording, because it fits into the narrative of the main story. So that's why I had to do this mission over and over again.
You've nowhere to run now. Share your secrets with me.
My part is plain. The Brotherhood is not so weak that my death will stop its work.
What Brotherhood?
Al-Mualim is not the only one with designs upon the Holy Land. And that's all you'll have from me.
Then we are finished. Beg forgiveness from your god.
Feather him.
He's long abandoned us. Long abandoned the men and women I took into my arms.
What do you mean?
Beggars, whores, addicts, lepers. Do they strike you as proper slaves? Unfit for even the most menial tasks? No. I took them not to sell, but to save. And yet you'd kill us all. For no other reason than it was asked of you.
No. You profit from the war. From lives lost and broken.
Yes, you would think that, ignorant as you are. Wall off your mind, eh? They say it's what your kind do best. Do you see the irony in all this? No, not yet, it seems. But you will.
Back to the Bureau.
Altair! Wonderful to see you return to us. And how fared the mission?
The deed is done. Talal is dead.
Oh, I know. In fact, the entire city knows! Have you forgotten the meaning of subtlety?
A skilled assassin ensures his work is noticed by the many.
No! A skilled assassin maintains control of his environment.
We can argue the details all you'd like, Malik. But the fact remains I've accomplished the task set to me by Al-Muallim.
Go then. Return to the old man. Let us see with whom he sides.
You and I are on the same side, Malik.
God damn it! What's the problem now?
I'm getting weird temperature readings. I think the Animus is overheating.
Christ, it's always something! How long?
Too soon to tell.
These delays are unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress reports every hour.
It's gonna be a while, Desmond. Why don't you go lie down or something? Get some rest.
Why is he always yelling at you? It's his machine.
His theories. He's not the one who built it.
Who did? You?
No. Abstergo has a team of engineers. Not much they don't have. But I did oversee the assembly. Guess that's why he gets so angry with me.
He's a dick.
He's under a lot of pressure. We all are.
Can't believe you're defending the guy.
Warren saved my life, so if he wants to yell a little, let him.
Wait, are you saying you're a prisoner?
When they first approached me, I was finishing up my PhD. The university had made it clear I had no future there. They didn't like the subject of my doctorate, called it pseudoscience. Said keeping me on would discredit and embarrass them. It was the same everywhere. Other universities, companies I interviewed with. Pretty soon I was out of money and out of time. I was this close to waiting tables. Then I got a letter.
From Vidic?
He said he'd been following my career since undergrad, that he believed in my work and wanted to meet to discuss my future. You have no idea how good it felt to hear that. So I met with him. What did I have to lose?
And he offered you a job.
Yes, here at Abstergo, helping out on the Animus project. I'd have a chance to test my theories and prove the professors wrong. How could I turn that down?
Think I'm missing the part where you became a prisoner.
Sometimes I wonder if they weren't behind it all. If they manipulated events so that I'd get desperate. They can do that. They can do anything. I didn't think when I agreed to come here. They even told me I'd be trapped. For 6 months, a year max. Once the product launched, there'd be no need for secrecy anymore. But until then, I'd be a guest of the company. At least, that's what they said.
And when the Animus was ready?
They came in while I was sleeping. 3 guys. Guns. They dragged me out of bed. God. The worst part is I knew them. One guy, Richard, we ate lunch together sometimes. And now he was gonna... He hit me. And that's when he told me I was going to die.
Christ, what did you do?
Nothing. I kept telling myself it wasn't real. And then Warren was there, shouting at them to get away from me. And they listened.
Jesus.
He's not a happy man, Desmond. I wouldn't even say he's a good man, but he saved my life. They never came for me again, and he promised they never would.
You're still stuck here working for these nut jobs.
But I'm alive.
It's called the
Anyway,
Stockholm Syndrome.
I really do need to get the Animus repaired. I'll see you tomorrow, Desmond.
What's weird is Desmond and Lucy trained together as kids. Like Desmond's dad, William.
What the hell? Someone's been in here. Looks like some kind of access code.
And that concludes episode 3. Now I'm going to pull up the next episode. Episode 4. So I always kind of wondered, did the Animus overheat on its own, or is that Lucy kind of making it seem like it's overheating to give Desmond breaks so that he doesn't succumb to the bleeding effect? I guess we'll never know. It's just one of those things that you kind of like, you think she did it, but maybe it just overheated. Who knows? Alright, let's move on to the next episode. Episode 4.
Rise and shine. We've got quite a day ahead of us.
You're in a good mood this morning.
Miss Stillman has made some modifications to the Animus. You should be able to remain inside even longer now.
And help you with your treasure hunt.
This is serious business, Mr. Miles. I don't think you fully appreciate the work that Abstergo does.
Maybe because I don't actually know what you people do.
We change the world. Every day, in 100 different ways. Did you know that nearly every single breakthrough of the past millennia, be it medical, mechanical, or philosophical, has come from Abstergo or its predecessors?
That's a bold claim, Doc. Think you might be exaggerating a bit?
Not in the slightest. Oh, we certainly don't take the credit. That would arouse far too much suspicion. We choose our beneficiaries with great care.
Why?
Isn't it obvious? It means we're in control.
But how? What makes you guys so special, so smart? That you happen to invent all these things while us mere mortals stumble around like idiots?
To be fair, we don't invent them. We find them.
Find them?
They're gifts, Mr. Miles. From those who came before. We'll have to continue this discussion later. Time's wasting.
Morning, Desmond.
Yeah. Hi.
Come in, Altair. You've done well. 3 of the 9 lay dead, and for this you have my thanks. But do not think to rest upon your laurels. Your work has just begun.
I am yours to command, Master.
King Richard, emboldened by his victory at Acre, prepares to move south towards Jerusalem. Salah-ad-Din is surely aware of this, and so he gathers his men before the broken citadel of Arsuf.
Would you have me kill them both, then? End their war before it begins in earnest?
No. To do so would scatter their forces, and subject the realm to the bloodlust of 10,000 aimless warriors. It will be many days before they meet, and while they march, they do not fight. You must concern yourself with a more immediate threat. The men who pretend to govern in their absence.
Give me names and I'll give you blood.
So I will. Abun Nukud, the wealthiest man in Damas, Majd-ud-Din, regent of Jerusalem, William of Montferrat, liege lord of Acre.
What are their crimes?
Greed, arrogance, the slaughter of innocents. Walk amongst the people of their cities. You'll learn the secrets of their sins. Do not doubt that these men are obstacles to the peace we seek.
Then they will die.
Another of your items is restored. Take it. See that it is put to good use. Return to me as each man falls, that we might better understand their intentions. And Altair, take care. Your recent work has likely attracted the attention of the city guard. They'll be more suspicious than they've been in the past.
It's cool that he like releases the birds there, because you know they're going to the Rafiks. Basically like updates. Those are the ancient text messages right there. Sneaking back into the city.
Altair, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Whose life do you come to collect today?
His name is Abun Nukud. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, the merchant king of Damas. Richest man in the city. Quite exciting, quite dangerous. I envy you, Altair. Well, not the bit where you were beaten and stripped of your rank, but I envy everything else. Oh, except for the terrible things the other assassins say about you. But yes, aside from the failure and the hatred, yes.
This dude is so passive-aggressive, just roasting Altair all the time. Like, he pretends to be his friend, and then he's like, all the awful things people say about you.
Aside from those things, I envy you very much.
I do not care what the others think or say. I'm here to do a job. So I ask again, what can you tell me about the Merchant King?
Only that he must be a very bad man if Al-Mualim has sent you to see him. He keeps to his own kind, wrapped in the finery of this city's noble district. A busy man, always up to something. I'm sure if you spend some time amongst his type, you'll learn all you need to know about him.
And where would you have me begin my search?
If I were you, I'd start with the Umayyad Mosque and Souk Sarouja, both of which are west of here. Further to the northwest is Salahaddin Citadel. It's a popular meeting spot and has proved a reliable source of loose tongues in the past. Yes, these 3 places should serve your needs.
My thanks for your guidance, Rafiq. I'll return when I've gathered the necessary information.
I totally understand why people critique the first Assassin's Creed game for being repetitive. I really do understand that, but... Oh man, that was cool. I'm gonna watch that again, just cause it was so cool. Like, you don't see him, and then you see him, it's like, ah, that was cool.
The Merchant King provides for one and all. He asks for nothing in return. Let his generosity serve as an example to us all. Everyone should strive to be as he.
Get him.
I'll teach you to pick a fight.
I'll talk. I've no interest in dying for him. His coin's not worth my life.
A wise decision.
What is it you want?
I've business with the Merchant King.
Huh? Good luck with that. He rarely leaves his chambers.
Why? Is he afraid?
Not fear. Hate. He hates himself as much as he hates the people he pretends to serve. Locks himself away in his personal quarters out of shame.
He can't stay hidden forever.
No. Those celebrations of his. He comes out to speak, to look down upon the people. A sense of belonging, I suppose. However brief.
What's wrong with him that he would hide like this?
You'll see. Now let me go.
Let you go? So you can tell him of my plan?
I won't say a thing.
No, you won't.
Altair is so ruthless. I feel like the assassins used to be so much more ruthless back, like the older.
The last of it has been delivered. Good. Make sure he also knows it wasn't easy arranging a shipment like this.
It's only wine. Some can be fickle in their faith.
Your holy book says something on the subject, I believe.
A wine shipment.
Leave them that they may eat and enjoy themselves, and that hope may beguile them, for they will soon know. And never did we destroy a town that had a term made known.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind it. Be about your business.
As you wish.
Peace be upon you, Altair. How may I serve you?
I've done as asked and learned all I need to know about my prey.
Then you must share your knowledge with me.
Abu Naqud is corrupt to the core and despised by his own citizens as a result. It appears he's been stealing money meant for the people of Damas and spending it on himself. Even as we speak, he flaunts his greed, preparing for a lavish party. His guards and servants should have their hands full dealing with the guests. They won't even know I'm there.
Most impressive, my friend. The others said you'd make a mess of things, but not I. No, I was sure you'd come through, and come through you have. The Bureau...
This guy is so passive-aggressive. Like, everyone else thought you were just going to screw it all up. I thought you were going to do good, though. This guy's hilarious.
It's yours to do with as you please until you're ready to begin.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Please eat, drink, enjoy all the pleasures I have to offer. It pleases me to see you all so happy, for these are dark days, my friends, and we must enjoy this bounty while we still can. War threatens to consume us all. Salah ad-Din bravely fights for what he believes in, and you are always there to support him without question. It is your generosity that allows his campaign to continue. So, I propose a toast then, to you, my dear friends, who have brought us to where we are today. May you be given everything you deserve for it.
That wine shipment was tampered with.
Such kindness! I didn't think it in you. You, who have been so quick to judge me, and so cruelly. Oh, do not feign ignorance. Do you take me for a fool? That I have not heard the words you whisper.
So, in the original game, this guy goes on and on. It's like a 6 or 7 minute rant that he just goes on, and I remember cutting so much of it out because a lot of it is completely irrelevant to the party, his role in the city, in society. Like, so much of it was just nonsense, so I actually cut a lot of it. Again, when you can edit things, you can edit them to be better, more relevant. Just another reason it's actually a good idea to turn games into TV shows or movies, because you can actually, not every game is perfect, and so you can always take the little bits that aren't that good out, or little bits that aren't relevant, take it out, and then it actually improves it overall. Not as a game, but as a story.
Good behind my back. Well, I have, and I fear I can never forget. But this is not why I called you here tonight, no. I wish to speak more of this war, and your part in it. You give up your coin quick as can be, knowing all too well it buys the deaths of thousands. You don't even know why we fight. The sanctity of the Holy Land, you'll say, or the evil inclination of our enemies. But these are lies you tell yourselves. No. All this suffering is born of fear and hate. And so I say, enough! I've pledged myself to another cause. One that will bring about a new world, in which all people might live side by side.
Now he sounds like a Templar.
A pity none of you will live to see it. Kill anyone who tries to escape.
It's almost like a Red Wedding situation. Game of Thrones fans will know what I'm talking about. Look at this dude, he thinks he's just gonna walk away and kill everyone at the party with poison wine. And I'm just gonna walk away.
Stay away from me! Get out of my way!
I'll have your head! Come on, you'll never get away! Move now or be trampled! Come back here!
Take me!
Step aside!
Get him!
Quickly! Get him! Heretic!
Get
You
him!
won't get away!
Be at peace now. Their words can no longer do harm.
Why have you done this?
You stole money from those you claim to lead, sent it away for some unknown purpose. I want to know where it's gone and why.
Look at me. My very nature is an affront to the people I ruled. And these noble robes did little more than to muffle their shouts of hate.
So this is about vengeance, then?
No, not vengeance, but my conscience. How could I finance a war in service to the same god that calls me an abomination?
If you do not serve Salah ad-Din's cause, then whose?
In time, you'll come to know them. I think perhaps you already do.
Then why hide? And why these dark deeds?
Is it so different from your own work? You take the lives of men and women, strong in the conviction that their deaths will improve the lots of those left behind. A minor evil for a greater good? We are the same.
No, we are nothing alike.
Ah, but I see it in your eyes. You doubt. You cannot stop us. We will have our new world.
Feather him.
Word has reached me of your success, Altair.
Abu Nakud's reign of terror is at an end.
I'm glad to hear it.
He killed them. The men and women at his party. It was poison. A coward's tool. Blamed them for the war. Said he wished to end it.
Strange, but then again, the Merchant King was known to be a bit different. Perhaps this was simply a symptom of his madness.
Perhaps.
You sound unconvinced. Speak with Al-Mualim then. He may offer a better explanation.
Yes. We'll see what he has to say.
I like Altair because he has a very inquisitive
Speak
mind.
with me a moment.
Like
As
he
you
questions
wish.
things and thinks
Word
about
has reached me of your success. You've my gratitude and that of the realm. It is from their corrupt leaders will no doubt promote the cause of peace.
Can you really be so sure?
The means by which men rule are reflected in their people. As you cleanse the cities of corruption, you heal the hearts and minds of those who live within.
Our enemies would disagree.
What do you mean?
Each man I've slain has confessed strange words to me. They are without regret. Even in death they seem confident of their success. Though they do not admit it directly, there is a tie that binds them. I'm sure of it.
There is a difference, Altair, between what we are told to be true and what we see to be true. Most men do not bother to make the distinction. It is simpler that way. But as an assassin, it is your nature to notice, to question.
Then what is it that connects these men?
So this is actually... So this is one of the reasons I really like Assassin's Creed, is because there are conversations that happen between characters throughout the story, not just in the first game, where they talk about kind of overarching concepts within society as a whole. And like what he says here about like the truth and stuff is crazy how relevant it is to today's times. Like, listen carefully to what he says here about the truth.
Disagree.
What do you mean?
Each man I've slain has confessed strange words to me. They are without regret. Even in death they seem confident of their success. Though they do not admit it directly, there is a tie that binds them. I'm sure of it.
There is a difference, Altair, between what we are told to be true and what we see to be true. Most men do not bother to make the distinction. It is... But as an assassin, it is your nature to notice.
Is it that connects these men?
But as an assassin, it is also your duty to still these thoughts and trust in your master. For there can be no true peace without order, and order requires authority.
You speak in circles, Master. You commend me for being aware, then ask me not to be. Which is it?
The question will be answered when you no longer need to ask it.
I assume you called me here for more than just a lecture.
Very well. A rank and weapon are again restored to you. 2 more leaders remain. Go and see to it that their rule is ended.
The question will be answered when you no longer need to ask. It's like, yeah, obviously. So now we're going into Accra.
Be gone.
I believe this is the tallest, like, viewpoint in the first Assassin's Creed game. It's pretty high up there.
Rafik.
Word has spread of your deeds, Altair. It seems you are sincere in your desire to redeem yourself.
I do what I can.
And sometimes you do it well. I assume it is work that reunites us?
Yes. William of Montferrat is my target. What can you tell me of the man himself?
William has been named regent while the king conducts his war. The people see it as a strange choice given the history between Richard and William's son Conrad. But I think Richard rather clever for it.
Clever how?
Richard and Conrad do not see eye to eye on most matters. Though they are civil enough in public, there are whispers that each intends evil upon the other. And then, there was that business with Akkar's captured Saracens. In its wake, Conrad has returned to Tyre, and Richard has compelled William to remain here as his guest.
You mean his hostage?
Whatever you wish to call it, William's presence here should dissuade Conrad from acting out.
I've never been one for politics.
But surely you realize your every action shapes the course of this land's future. You are a politician too, in your own way.
As you wish. Now where would you suggest I begin my search?
Richard's Citadel, southwest of here. Or rather, the market in front of it. You'll find the Cathedral of the Holy Cross in that direction as well. It's a popular place and should be filled with talkative citizens.
Very well. I won't disturb you further.
It's no trouble at all.
They let you come and go as you please. I thought the fortress was closed to all.
Aye, but William wishes to have repairs completed as soon as possible. It's been to our advantage.
The perfect cover. It's clever.
Anyway, I've finished my report and should deliver it.
For once, it seems things might go our way, and not by accident.
Well, the Bible does say God helps those who help themselves.
Nah, Ely. That's from one of Aesop's fables. In fact, many passages of being patient and faithful and waiting for the Lord to decide if he wishes to assist.
Well, I say we've waited long enough.
You'll hear no argument from me.
Very well. I'm off then.
Stand up, friends! Do not allow yourselves to be sent to slaughter based on the whims and wishes of an uncertain king. We must rely on men who are stronger in their convictions. Men like William of Montferrat!
Get him.
You've made a grave mistake. Stop! Enough! Enough! What is it you want? Gold? I've a few pieces on me. Take them. Take them and go.
It's not gold I seek, but information.
I know nothing.
You know William. Tell me how to reach him.
It's impossible. He meets with the king.
And when will the king be gone?
Today. But it won't help you. They're sure to argue, and then William will retire to lecture the soldiers. So it always goes. Richard berates William. William berates his men. He won't see you.
I already told you. I need to see William. I never said he needs to see me.
Then our business is done.
Ooh.
Not yet, I'm afraid. There's one last thing I need from you.
What is it?
Your life.
Dark days indeed. Saracens are routed at every turn. We cast them out of Acre and pushed them from the countryside. Now they retreat to the south.
Oh, it's you, Altair. You scared me. I tried to make a deal with the Citadel guards to leave the gates open, even when the alarm sounds. I failed you. So now, your only escape from Richard's Citadel will be to climb the fortress walls. Forgive me.
Altair, what brings you back so soon?
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master, but he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I wish they stuck to the whole feather thing.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
"3,000 souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men."
The Saracens would not have honored their end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me, how is it you know the intentions of our enemies so well? You who forsake the field of battle to play at politics?
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No. I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Acre's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point! But this is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace. I fear there will be no place for men like him in the New World. Send word that I wish to speak with the troops. We must ensure that everyone is doing their part. Warn them that any negligence will be severely punished. I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
Yes, my lord.
The rest of you, follow me.
So, when you get into the history of this part of the story, this William guy, he was actually he was not actually the regent or whatever, the guy in charge of the city. It was his brother, but his brother was never assassinated or died in this time period. So what they actually did is they switched the guy out for his brother, who was assassinated in this time period, and made him the regent. So there's like these little differences that you notice when you know the history of the time period and the dates and the names. You realize like little differences, because this guy it was his brother who was the regent of the city, but his brother was not killed. This guy was actually off at war and was assassinated. And so what they did is they just like, well, this guy got assassinated, so we'll put him in his brother's place as the regent, and then have Altair assassinate him, because he actually was assassinated in history. Nice little tidbits of information. I remember doing this and just being like so happy with the result of the mission, because I killed him from a wall.
Be required to keep it. I have been too lenient, it seems. But no more. You will train harder and more often. If this means missing meals, missing sleep, so be it. And should you fail in these tasks, you will learn the true meaning of discipline. Bring them forward. If I must make examples of some of you to ensure obedience, so be it. The two of you stand accused of whoring and drinking while on duty. What say you to these charges?
My lord, please. We meant no harm by it.
My lord,
we forgot ourselves.
Please.
It will not happen again.
No, it won't.
So you can jump on him and kill him here, but then you have to fight all those other
It
guys.
shall be rooted out and destroyed.
And I was like, Altair would
This way,
wait
we
and
may
count,
prevent its spread.
bide his time.
Am I understood?
Yes, my lord.
Of course. Stay strong, stay focused, and we will triumph. Falter, however, and you will join these men. Be sure of it. Dismissed!
See, then he dismisses them, and then it's like, okay, now it's time to strike. I was like, I'm gonna sneak up on him like a spider on a wall.
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Akka for your son Conrad.
For Conrad? My son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Oncino is no better. Blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
Run away.
Stay on it! It's around here somewhere. He's here! He's over here! Search high and low!
So the soundtrack for this game is actually not that good, so I didn't do too much music, which I kind of feel is maybe a mistake. Because like when you add the music in, like, I don't know, it makes it so much better. I wish there was a haystack down there.
Don't lose him!
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Come, Altair. I would have news of your progress.
I've done as you've asked.
Good, good. I sense your thoughts are elsewhere. Speak your mind.
Each man I'm sent to kill speaks cryptic words to me. Each time I come to you and ask for answers. Each time you give only riddles in exchange, but no more.
Who are you to say no more?
I'm the one who does the killing. If you want it to continue, you'll speak straight with me for once.
Tread carefully, boy. I do not like your tone.
And I do not like your deception.
I have offered you a chance to restore your lost honor.
Not lost. Taken. By you. And then you've sent me to fetch it again like some damn dog.
It seems I'll need to find another. A shame. You showed great potential.
I think if you had another, you'd have sent him long ago. You said the answer to my question would arise when I no longer needed to ask it. So I will not ask. I demand you tell me what binds these men.
What you say is true. These men are connected by a blood oath not unlike our own.
Who are they?
Non
The
nobis,
Templars.
nomine non nobis.
Templars.
Now you see the true reach of Robert de Sable.
All of these men, leaders of cities, commanders of armies.
All pledge allegiance to his cause.
Their works are not meant to be viewed on their own, are they? But as a whole, what do they desire?
Conquest. They seek the Holy Land not in the name of God, but for themselves.
What of Richard? Salah ad-Din?
Any who oppose the Templars will be destroyed. Be assured they have the means to accomplish it.
Then they must be stopped.
That is why we do our work, Altair. To ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from me?
That you might pierce the veil yourself. Like any task, knowledge precedes action. Information learned is more valuable than information given. Besides, your recent behavior had not inspired much confidence.
I see.
It's kind of interesting how Altair almost figures it out. He almost figures Al-Mualim out. And then the little rat just like kind of manipulates and kind of placates to him. And kind of just like does a kind of a bait and switch. Yeah. It's actually a pretty interesting conversation because Altair starts to realize how much power he has. He's not just a dog being sent to go take people out. He's, without him, Al-Mualim is kind of nothing.
Altair, your mission has not changed. Merely the
Also,
context.
Al-Mualim is super frustrated because he cannot control Altair with the apple. Because at this point, Al-Mualim has the apple, and he's struggling to maintain control of Altair's mind. And so that's also goes to show because Altair has the DNA of the Isu in him, and so he can't be controlled with the apple. It's very interesting. Like on the surface it seems kind of like bland and boring, but when you actually break down the conversations, there's a lot of depth to them. But you only see it if you understand the lore. Also, my camera might die soon, but I'm watching to the end of this.
Within which you perceive it.
And armed with this knowledge, I might better understand those Templars that remain.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What about the treasure Malik retrieved from Solomon's temple? Robert seemed desperate to have it back.
In time, Altair, all will become clear. Just as the role of the Templars has revealed itself to you, so too will the nature of their treasure. For now, take comfort in the fact that it is not in their hands, but ours.
If this is your desire.
It is. You are restored another rank. Take back your weapon. Use it to bring honor to the Brotherhood. Altair, before you go...
Yes?
How did you know I wouldn't kill you?
Truth be told, Master, I didn't. I took a leap of faith.
So good, man. Jerusalem. Jerusalem. You can always spot the bureau from so far away because of the way the roof is.
Word that the city was possessed of either. Why do you trouble me today?
Al-Mualim has marked Majd-ud-Din for death. What can you tell me about him?
Salah ad-Din's absence has left the city without a proper leader, and Majd-ud-Din has appointed himself to play the part. Fear and intimidation get him what he wants. He has no true claim to the position.
That ends today.
You speak too readily. This is not some slaver we're discussing. He rules Jerusalem and is well protected because of it. I suggest you plan your attack carefully. Get to better know your prey.
With your help, I will. Where would you have me begin my search?
What's this? You're actually asking for my assistance instead of demanding it. I'm impressed.
Be out with it.
As you wish. Here's where I would look. First, to the southwest near the mosque. After that, head south of here. There are 2 locations that might interest you. The southernmost church is one, the other is in the streets, near a synagogue.
Thank you for your help, Dai.
Don't foul this, Altair.
So you can see the character arc between those two. Like Altair just thanked him.
Stage for another execution today.
It's the one at the western edge of Solomon's Temple. I was on my way just now.
So much death.
Worried that our true leader might return and bring a measure of justice to this city.
Yes, and not this mockery Majd-Addin parades before us.
How? How does something like this happen?
Everyone appointed in Salah ad-Din's stead is met with an untimely end. And now the position falls to him. He, who was once nothing more than the Emir's scribe.
How convenient. It would not surprise me to learn he was behind these accidents.
Shh! If the guards hear us, we'll be taken for treason. Executed on the very platform we have to repair. Come, let us return to work.
I am sorry, Ahmad. They came without warning.
My son? They have my son? What is to be done with him?
We did everything we could.
What is to be done with him?
He's to be executed. Today.
No. I won't allow it.
But what can we do? Majd-Addin will hear no appeals. He says there can be no barter with God's will.
This is not God's will, but madness. I'll go to him myself. Where is he?
He will attend the execution. Perform it even. He enjoys the act. A truly evil man.
We have no time to lose then. Let's go.
I think there's a way to actually save the guy's son. But I don't think I did. I think I let him die.
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Muallim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Jerusalem's regent Majd-Addin is holding a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
As you wish. Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Mulim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majd-Addin does not take his life.
I won't give him the chance.
So I hope.
So the first one is the assassin.
Silence! I demand silence! People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear?
No, we do not, never.
Then you wish to take action?
We do. Fight us.
Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice!
You've no right to do that! Who do you take yourself for?
And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
God curse you all!
So those are the two dudes that we eavesdropped
See how the evil
on.
of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you, but I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all! Temptress! Kill him!
Oh, he like broke his leg. Get him while he's down. Yeah.
Your work here is finished.
No, no! It had only just begun!
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way that people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the same if you could. Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
Ruthless.
Fighting? This will not end well. Good day, my friend. Don't let him escape! You dare get involved?
Jerusalem needs a new ruler.
So I have heard.
What's this? No words of wisdom for me? Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should. No more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles you.
Reflect on that. But do so on your way back to Masyaf. Your work here is done.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt.
Is
Guess
this
you're
the...
more important than you realize.
This the moment.
Things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Oh, there goes my camera.
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night.
Okay, so it
the
wasn't the
answers
moment
to
I
all
was
of your
thinking.
questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
So that's episode 4. That's a wrap on episode 4. There's only 2 more to go. So there was a part there where Vidic actually says everything's Denver, and that actually goes back to like something that happened in Denver previously, where like there was a problem but like he was dealing with it or something. So he uses that term like as a kind of like, I don't know, like a throwback term to like, remember how this was going, this is how this is going. And so I remember learning about that and being like, man, there's so many little tiny tidbits of information and things that people say that alludes to like much bigger things that have happened in the past or happening in the background. It's one of the reasons I really enjoy Assassin's Creed, is because the story is much deeper than you think it is. And the more you dig into the story and the more of the story you see, the more little things in the past kind of make sense. There's a lot of building up throughout the story, and a lot of little Easter eggs too. Tons of little Easter eggs throughout the story. And it's just one of the reasons I really like it. Apart from the fact that they actually use real history to try to tell their story. It's pretty great. So anyway, my camera has died, which was close. It almost made it the whole way, which is surprising. But that will conclude today's stream. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I'm probably going to stream the last 2 episodes tomorrow and watch those. Now that the echo problem is sorted out and I actually figure out how to do this properly so we can watch the same thing together without any echo. I hope the audio level was right, because there's no, for what we're watching here, I know I could hear it coming through the stream. I did check, so the audio is coming through. There's no way for me to do an audio check, because there's no audio mixer for this, and this player is at 20% audio. I mean, I heard it fine on the stream, so I think it was good. So I'm almost certain everyone heard it, but I think from now on I'm probably going to do a test stream, like unlisted, to make sure everything's working before I actually go live, just because I hate when things go wrong live and then you either got to just make a decision. Okay, it's like I'm either going to quit the live stream or I'm going to have to fix it on live stream. And it's so, I don't want to say unprofessional, because I'm not trying to be professional, but it's very unprofessional when like you're like scattering around trying to figure out what's going on and trying to fix stuff. But it is what it is. As I say, I'm not a streamer. If I'm making mistakes or there's something wrong, just roast me in the chat, roast away in the chat, and I'll just I'll correct things and move forward from there. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. Hopefully, I kind of wanted to speed through the first season kind of as quick as possible, because Assassin's Creed 1, it's a great intro into the world of Assassin's Creed. They explain the Animus, they explain Desmond, the bloodlines, the assassin, like motto and way of life and stuff. That all gets explained really well, and so I was like, we gotta watch the first one. But my favorite of all time is going to be the Ezio trilogy. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Stick around and tune in for the Ezio trilogy, because we'll be watching that and enjoying it together. And thanks again for tuning in, everybody in the live chat who said stuff, hello and goodbye and all that. I hope everyone has a good day or a good evening, whatever it is for you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.